All right, you guys, I'm back with a few more thoughts, a few more ideas, nudges for MTL, More to Life, the adventure inward, right? So, I don't know. I decided to kind of title this little talk The Day Before 43, because tomorrow I will be 43 years old. Crazy where time has gone. Crazy how it's just sort of happened. And I know there's not a lot of magic in today I'm 42 and tomorrow I'm 43, but like there is a definitive flipping of the page, a beginning of a new chapter. Something is different, even though we can't quite always put our fingers on it. And for the past week, what I've really been thinking about, to be honest, is that I'm 42, nearly 43, and I just haven't arrived. I'm not there yet. Right? And I mean, I remember, almost a decade ago, doing a graduation speech at our local high school. And one of the things I mentioned was that no one, past being in that kind of like area of life of graduating and clearly kind of coming out toward endless potential and possibility. No one in that area really gets asked the question, hey, so what do you want to do with your life? Like, so hey, what are you going to study? What are you going to become? And I made the joke around like being 32 years old. Nobody asks me that question. You know what I mean? Why don't people ask me that question? And here I am at 42, a day before 43. And I'm kind of thinking it all over again. Because guess what? I have not arrived. I'm not there. I don't have it all figured out. And if there's anything this last year in particular has made very apparent, abundantly so, is that I'm not there. And that I still have a lot of growth to happen in me and through me and for me, right? One of the things I wanted to share with you guys that I've definitely been thinking about a lot this past year is that I'm a really good doer. I'm a really great doer. And I love lists and I love doing. I love accomplishing, marking stuff off, getting it done, achievements, like making it happen. You know what I mean? Like give me a task. I'll stay up all night if I have to get it done. In order to get it done, I will do what it takes. I like doing. And I think over this past year, my body, my mind, my heart, my spirit has been saying, Phil, you need to make the shift from doing to being. That's what is needed from you right now. That's like the next step, And so this idea of just being present, of just existing, of just breathing, of just taking it all in, of just accepting the moment and the reality and the space, my feelings and this place. Man, the shift from doing to being is not an easy one for me. That's a hard shift. And I think a day before 43 is what I feel like I'm wrapping my head around, what I feel like I'm like catching in the wind is that there just aren't any easy fixes. And that all of life is change, and that all of life is growth, and that all of these experiences, it's just not easy. But it's pretty necessary. for us as human beings. I did watch a kind of movie show. I don't know, my boys always make fun of me because I use the words movies and show and all of this interchangeably. But anyway, if you want to check it out, go over to Netflix, check out The Minimalists. Less is now. If you're not into minimalism, so what? Like, again, this is just about prioritizing what matters to you and like what steps to take and how to kind of make that filter and check that out. One of the things I walked away with after having watched that was simply that we, time and time again, try to minimalize the effort that goes into true change and growth. A lot of times what I find myself doing is trying to buy my way out of that difficult process, right? Like if I'm not eating right, if I'm not sleeping well, if I'm not taking care of myself and I find that I feel sick, I just go buy vitamins, right? And pop vitamins rather than do the hard work of figuring out how to change my lifestyle, because that's like a bigger, harder, more difficult change, right? I don't know. A lot of people are having trouble sleeping. I'll throw myself in there. And what you do is you buy certain earplugs, or you take melatonin, or you know what I mean? And we try to like buy our way out of those things rather than settle into the being part and figure out and listen and embrace and truly grow from that experience and change. So I would encourage you guys to go check it out, watch it, see what you take away from it. Maybe watch it twice with people the second time to see what you take away with it. But again, a day before 43, and here's maybe the truth that I'm coming to right now, that we are not meant to arrive, that we are not meant to check that off of our to-do list, right? That rather, like, here we are, and it is the journey, it is the path, it is the process, right? Because even when I'm 62 and a day before 63, there's still going to be something that I'm learning, something unfolding, something being uncovered in my being. You know, I work with a lot of couples who are getting married, and so many of them work through the process of a wedding. Some that's been a rather difficult process for the past year, challenging to say the least. But I always love working with them because a lot of times you get to the day of, and it's been such a build and such a process that by the time you get there, you just feel like, well, I probably won't be nervous. I probably won't have butterflies. I probably won't fill in the blank. But without a doubt, like it's so predictable that I'll talk with the bride, I'll talk with the groom, I'll talk with the couple, and they will simply say, oh, I don't know what it is, but I'm just, today, and I just reassure them and I say, you've got those butterflies, you've got those feelings, you've got that little charge of electricity, that shot of adrenaline. It's all good. It just reminds you that you're human. It's the right thing. It's the truth that you're going to feel that way. I'm 42, I'm about to be 43, and I'm still learning. I'm still becoming. I'm still trying. I'm still changing. I'm still growing. I'm still on the path. I'm still in the race. I'm definitely not at the finish line, and I haven't checked this off of my list. So, maybe not arriving not having arrived is actually a good thing, because it reminds us that we're human. We are human beings, right? And so, the day before 43, I encourage you all to embrace this pursuit, this process of being and unfolding, of learning, of becoming. Here comes another day tomorrow, another week, another month, another year. Embrace the adventure inward. I'll see you again on another kind of episode of the adventure inward with more to life. You guys take care.